Morning, everyone. It's Dave, and we're back with our next reading of the Old Testament. Pulled here into the parking lot, and I'm looking at two deer that are on the wrong side of the fence, trying to figure out how to get back to the other ones on the other side of the fence. So we're back for our next reading, and we're in the book of Genesis. If you've been following along, we're going to be starting chapter 32 today. We're going to talk about Esau comes to meet Jacob and wrestling with God for a total of 32 verses. And I do apologize for the noise in the background. We got some aircraft doing stuff. Alright, so I'll be reading out of the New King James Version. If you don't have a Bible, remember that you can go to Bible.com or download the YouVersion app and read for free. And I don't have my glasses on me, so here we go. Alright. So Jacob went on his way, and the angel of God met him. When Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's camp." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. Then Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Speak thus to my lord Esau. Thus your servant Jacob says, I have dwelt with Laban and stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, male and female servants, and I have sent to tell my lord that I may find favor in your sight." Then the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he also is coming to meet you, and 400 men are with him." So Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that were with him, and the flock and the herds and camels, into two companies. And he said, "If Esau comes to the one company and attacks it, the other company which is left will escape." Then Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, 'Return to your country and to your family, and I will deal well with you,' I am not worthy of the least of all these mercies of all the truth which you have shown your servant, for I crossed over this Jordan with my staff, and now I have become two companies. Deliver me, I pray, from the hands of my brother, from the hands of Esau, for I fear him, lest he come and attack me and my mother with the children. For you said, I will surely treat you well, and make your descendants as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for the multitude." So he lodged there that same night, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother, 200 female goats, and 20 male goats, and 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their colts, 40 cows, and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 foals. And then he delivered them to the hands of his servant, every drove by itself, and said to his servants, "Pass over before me, and put some distance between successive droves." And he commanded the first one, saying, "When Esau my brother meets you and asks, saying, 'To whom do you belong, and where are you going? Who are those in front of you?' Then you shall say, 'They are your servant Jacob's. It is a present sent to my lord Esau, and behold, he is also behind us.' So he commanded the second and third, and all who followed the drove, saying, 'In this manner you shall speak to Esau when you find him, and also say, Behold, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present that goes before me, and afterward I will see his face. Perhaps he will accept me.' So the present went on over before him, but he himself lodged that night in the camp. And he arose that night, and took his 2 wives and 2 female servants and 11 sons, and crossed over the ford of Jabbok. He took them, sent them over the brook, and sent over what he had. Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." But he said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." So he said to him, "What is your name?" He said, "Jacob." And he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with men, and have prevailed." Then Jacob said, "Tell me your name, I pray." And he said, "Why is it that you ask about my name?" And he blessed him there. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. Just as he crossed over Peniel, The sun rose on him, and he limped on his hip. Therefore, to this day, the children of Israel do not eat the muscle that shrank, which is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip and the muscle that shrank. That shrank. Okay. All right. That concludes chapter 32 of the book of Genesis. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. I hope those deer find their way onto the other side of the fence and get back with their family. All right. Thanks so much from Central Texas. God bless.
When life keeps falling and wonder where he is in all this mess, he's right there to guide you, unseen, you're not